Hey everybody, happy Sunday to you. Brendan here from 123learntotrade.com. Just bringing you a short Sunday night analysis of the market. I just got done writing a blog post actually, which you can find in my trading blog at 123learntotrade.com. But what I'm going to try and do is kind of outline my blog post and kind of go through my thought process a little bit more in video form. So if we jump over to the chart, this blog post is basically talking about the spiders, and I've outlined 4 main areas of resistance here. These two are pretty close together, and then we have 2 more that are a little bit further away. Now, as many of you guys know, since March of 09, we've seen a very strong rally in the U.S. equity market, and this rally is continuing right into these main areas of resistance here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in so we can get a better look at these 2 areas and understand exactly what's happening at these areas, so that we can try and kind of base our trades accordingly and get a feel for what may happen or may not happen next in the market. So what's very significant to me is we broke through this first area of resistance pretty easily, and we went right up to the second area, and we responded actually quite well. You can see that price hit this area exactly, and then the next day we pulled back. The reason for this pullback on much higher volume, and the reason that I'm kind of ignoring the higher volume, is just that this happened last Friday, which is when the Goldman Sachs story hit the market. There's kind of some questions about the timing of that release, considering the fact that we're at this major area of resistance, but I won't get into that. I'll just kind of explain to you why I'm ignoring the huge down move we saw there. And as you can see, on Monday and Tuesday, the market really corrected itself quite well after that down move. So what's very significant here is we hit this area of resistance and we absorbed some of the supply that exists in this area. As we learned about in the price action course, which I very strongly suggest you guys check out if you haven't already. It'll really help your trading and your analysis. We talk a little bit more about how areas of resistance are simply areas of perceived supply. So what should exist at these areas is a group of sellers. And what we saw here is we did see a group of sellers as price responded quite well to this area. Now what's happened is price pulled back ever so slightly and immediately rebounded, and the buyers regained strength. We can see that through a little bit higher volume here, and we can see that through this volume bar right here. While it is lower, keep in mind this is Friday volume, so it should be a little bit lower. However, we continue to charge upward on pretty much normal volume here. And what happened on Friday is we actually broke right through the area of resistance, and we actually closed above it, which can be a very strong sign. Now, anything could happen. We could gap down right through it tomorrow. You never know. We could gap way up. But why this is significant to me is the fact that we see that this area of resistance, or this area where sellers should exist, we can see that the sellers are not there anymore. So what happened is the first time price hit this area, we absorbed some of them, and as we broke through here, we absorbed the second big round of sellers. So now it'll take much less from the buyers to continue to push price even higher. So the next 2 areas that I'm keeping my eye on, which I outline on this chart here, are this area right here, which looks to be about 130, 131, and we're also keeping an eye on this area up here, which is about 144, I believe. I'd be very surprised if price continued right through these 2 areas. I'd be absolutely shocked actually if price just chopped right through them and continued higher. I think the markets are due for a pullback. Unfortunately, I'm not a fortune teller, so I can't tell you exactly where, when that's going to happen. But do keep an eye on your trades, plan your trades accordingly, make sure you keep your stop losses in place and follow them. And just be prepared for a pullback if it does occur. I know that a lot of people have been calling for a pullback since way back here, up here. I've been calling for a pullback for a while. We've seen a few very small pullbacks. I think a little bit of a larger one may be due in the near future. But again, I'm not trying to predict the market. I'm just kind of giving you guys a heads up of what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing as a more experienced trader, and kind of how I'm basing my trades accordingly. So one thing I'm doing with all my trades is I don't have any swing trades open right now. I'm just kind of taking day trades, taking things very slow, taking things easy, keeping my stop losses in place, keeping them tight, and just kind of being prepared for the possibility that a pullback can happen. With that being said, there's a lot of bullish scenarios that exist out there still. The spiders are still looking very bullish. Something that has been very bullish lately has been Apple, all the way up to 270. And some people are saying that 300 could be the next price for Apple. There's just a lot of stocks that are looking very, very bullish still. So until we have a reason to believe otherwise, just base your trades accordingly, and don't try and kind of predict the market movements, and don't try and have a bias. So that's kind of it for my rant for now. I know I've been kind of talking a little bit longer than I usually do. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask directly below this video. If you guys enjoy this analysis, you can subscribe to my YouTube videos, or you can follow me on my trading blog at 123learntotrade.com. And once again, I do have a course that outlines all the strategies I talk about in most of these videos. That's the Advanced Price Action Trading course, which you can also find at my website, 123learntotrade.com. Have a great rest of your Sunday night, guys, and I hope everyone has a really good trading week. I'll try and bring you guys some more videos throughout the week.